Hey, what's up? Welcome to this wonderful Wednesday kind of impromptu live stream here over on the Circle of Nerds Twitch page. If you are new to the Circle of Nerds, I welcome you. If you would like to support the Circle of Nerds, if you like what we're doing here, the best thing that you can do is head on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds, and give us a subscribe there. That is what we are trying to build up right now. But you can also find us on all of the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. I am Daddy Louie. I am the host of But Is It Good, which is a YouTube show that I have over there on the Circle of Nerds YouTube channel. And today I'm very excited because one of my highly anticipated Kickstarters from last year is Dice Thrones, and it is finally here. So I ordered the whole kit and caboodle, basically everything that you could possibly order. That is what I ordered. So the box is massive. I can't even put the box in front of the camera to show you guys the box that it came in. So I'm gonna bring stuff up from the floor and show you on the table basically what we got here. So lots of really cool stuff. I opened the box earlier just to make sure that everything that I ordered came, and so far it looks like it did, which is good. If you are not familiar with Dice Thrones, or Dice Throne, is it just Throne? Just Throne. If you're not familiar with Dice Throne, it is a kind of a combination of Yahtzee mechanics, like pretty basic Yahtzee mechanics. You know, you get a bunch of dice, you roll them, and then you get to decide what you want to keep, what you want to re-roll. You get to do that twice, but you're using those rolls to trigger abilities on your character, and you're dueling another person. So it has Yahtzee-like mechanics. However, it also has some. If you've ever played, what is that other dice game called? It'll come to me. There's another dice game where you check dice and then you use the dice to activate powers and cards and stuff like that. So that's what Dice Throne is. Season 1 and Season 2 have been out for a while. This particular Kickstarter is for a reprint of Season 1 and Dice Throne Adventure, which is a cooperative dungeon crawl using the characters from Season 1 and 2. I ordered everything, which means I got Season 1, Season 2, adventures, miniatures, all kinds of good stuff. So I don't want this to be a super long unboxing because nobody wants to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my table view here. That's the wrong table view. That's the table view. That way you guys can see me. Hi. And I think it appropriate that the first thing that we unbox is the playmat. That way we have something Dice Throne-y to look here. There's a couple people in the chat. Welcome. I see some familiar faces. I'm excited to be live streaming again. I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Grabbing a knife so that I can open stuff. So this is a really fun game. It's a very easy game to play via Zoom against a friend, no matter where they live in the world, which is good. That's actually how I got turned on to the game in the first place. I ordered one of the packs of Season 2 on Amazon right after COVID hit last year, and I played online with my buddy Jonah and via Zoom, and I fell in love with the game. So I ended up ordering all of the rest of the Season 2 stuff, and then, oh wow, this is a big playmat. And then Yeah, it's this playmat is bigger than a standard playmat. This Circle of Nerds playmat that I have here, this is what I would call a standard TCG size playmat. This one is slightly bigger. It looks like it's about 2 to 3 inches wider, and about a half an inch or so this way. But yeah, so that's how I fell in love with the game. I ordered everything from Season 2, and then I didn't get a chance to play again, but I found out that they had just finished a Kickstarter, and fortunate enough for me, they were allowing late pledges. So even though I had everything from Season 2, I went ahead and ordered the Season 2 stuff in the Kickstarter as well because of how it's packaged, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let me just adjust the thing. So the playmat's really, really nice. It's got some crinkles. It just needs to lay out. But it's got some like threaded edge, which is nice. It'll keep it from getting ruined. And this is just the basic logo. They had a couple of different options. I just thought it'd be nice to just have the very basic logo. So let's see. What's easiest to pull out next? It came with sleeves for every boss. And again, this edition of the Kickstarter that I got came with sleeves of every boss and all of the characters. So you can sleeve all of the cards. So I have a lot of sleeving in my future. Let's see, there's 400 sleeves here, 300 sleeves here, that's 700. There's another 100 here, that's 800. And another 168 here, that's 968 sleeves. So that's almost 1,000 cards that I'm going to have to sleeve. But you can see here the art is really, really, really good. Really, really great art. I'm not going to really open these just because it's mostly irrelevant. But it does look like I got everything that I was supposed to get. Yep. So here's all the Season 2 characters. Here's all the Season 1 heroes. These were I believe these were promo heroes. The Treant and the Ninja. And then the bosses for the campaign, the adventure thing. So that's pretty neat. So I'm going to set these to the side. It also came with a dice tray. So let's open this up. This looks pretty cool. So this is one of those like snap dice trays, which I admit, initially I was not a fan of these type of dice trays, but recently I've really started to like them a lot because I've been playing a lot of like solo games, and so I keep a lot of them upstairs, like in my living room. So when we're watching TV or whatever, I could just pull out a game and start playing. So having something that folds up and fits real nicely somewhere else is pretty cool. So this is a really nice dice tray. This is actually nicer than the snap dice tray that I already have. So this will probably replace my main dice tray. That's nice. That's really nice. And again, it just comes with the main logo. So all of the dice trays were the same. The options were with the playmat, which I just opted to go with the original logo here. All right, I'm just gonna go for it and pull out the season 1 box. So I don't know if you can see up here in the corner. This is how big the just one season box is, and there's 3 of these in the it's so it's very large. So the season 2 boxes, that you can buy on Amazon right now, they just come with 2 characters. And the box that they come in is much more manageable. What's cool about this is like a collector's box that has all of the characters from that season already prepackaged in this one box. And it looks like a book. It's going to look really, really cool on the shelf. I'll have to take pictures and post them like on my Facebook and stuff. So here are the 8 characters that come in Season 1. Oh, this is cool. What is this? Oh, that's just... So the inside of the box has some art on it. It looks like it's a double box, but it's not. This is just so that stuff doesn't slide around. Has some cool art up here. And then, like I said, so in a standard box, season box, you would just get 2 of these containers inside of a box. Whereas this has, this says, what does this say? This is Dice Throne miniatures. I already ordered the miniatures, so they're in here. But I guess if anybody wants a discount code, there you go. Some rules reference stuff. I haven't actually seen any of these characters because I only have Season 2. So it's just a how to play. Becca Scott, I don't know if anybody in the stream is familiar with Becca Scott, but Becca Scott does a very good tutorial for this game as well. And then each of these tokens get separated by character and then put inside of their character thing. And I guess you can get some t-shirts, some card sleeves, some mats. I already got all that, so that's... Had to buy it all. And then I guess you guys probably want to see the characters themselves. So I'll pull one of these out and show you. I'll worry about punching all the tokens and stuff when I sleeve all the... Of course, it's not going to go back in this little baggie now, is it? Oh, there it goes. Let's see. And it has like this cool... I don't know if I can get it on camera. It has this cool art on the side. So it says select your hero, and then it has... slots for all of the heroes. The moon elf looks pretty cool, so let's pull out the moon elf. Okay. So they come in these really cool trays. They do a really good job with the trays. And you open them up like this. And then these character sheets, if you will, open up. And so the way that the game starts is you'll start with these abilities already unlocked, and then you also have cards and some extra powers and stuff. You get dials, combat points, health, etc. And then you have, of course, the most important thing, which is your dice. So you would roll the dice, and again, you're looking for certain combinations of stuff to trigger different abilities. So, sorry, I'm not trying to go into a Let's Play or anything here. But for example here, this longbow ability, if I have 3 of the bows showing, I get to deal 4 damage. 4 of the bows showing, I get to deal 5 damage. 5 of the bows showing, I get to deal 7 damage. So like right here in this case, I could hold on to all of these without doing any rerolls, and I would be able to deal 7 damage to my opponent. And then, again, there's cards, so I can unlock different abilities using my combat points, which you get a certain number each turn. And then these get to go into the slots to make these abilities stronger. And you're basically dueling back and forth. There's also an ultimate ability that unless your opponent can make you reroll your dice, cannot be blocked. So in this case, this moon elf, she has a lunar eclipse ability. So if I roll Yahtzee, if you will, which is all sixes. I'll show you a real quick. I roll, and let's say I just want to go for the feet thing. I could roll. Now I have a 6, so I can hang on to the 6, and you get to do it 3 times, just like Yahtzee. So if I could get 3 or 5 sixes, I could do my ultimate ability, which would allow me to gain evasive, which is a good condition, inflict blind, entangle, and targeted, and then deals 12 damage to my opponent. So they're usually really, really strong, but also really hard to get, because how often do you get Yahtzee, right? So that's kind of the premise of the game. I just kind of basically skimmed over the rules there. But it's very, very cool. Very easy to play over Zoom because you're controlling your own stuff. There are some static conditions that you can give to your opponent, which are certain things like evasive, entangled. But you just put the tokens up here so your opponent knows what they do. And this is it. Like we could play. You can play remotely, and I'm controlling my own stuff. You're controlling your own stuff. And this is the only amount of space that you need to do it. So it's a really easy game to play remotely and a lot of fun. So anybody out there that wants to get a game in of this remotely, let me know. The game is available. Obviously not all this cool stuff, but the basic game is available. So that's box 1 of 3. I'm like running out of room here. I'm going to put these under my desk. So there was also some promo stuff. Let's see what the promo things are. So this says DTA, which is Dice Throne Adventures, Pack 2020. It includes 5 minion cards and 15 loot cards. I'll save that because I haven't actually looked at the other stuff. This says Season 1 promo pack and Season 2 promo pack. I don't know what those do either. Main phase cards, randomizer cards. I don't know. We'll have to check those out later, too. Again, another ginormous box. This is the Season 2 box. So this also has 8 characters in it. Now, I already have all 8 of these characters. So I guess I need to... Maybe I'll do a giveaway for some of those on the channel, just to get more people into the game. Because I think I've opened them, but I haven't... I've only played with like 1 or 2 of the characters of all 8 of the ones that I've got over on the shelf. So why, Louie? Why, if you already had these characters, did you feel the need to spend extra money you didn't need to spend? Because I wanted everything on the shelf to match, damn it. Yes, the name of the game is Dice Throne. So again, here we've got 8 characters. So you can see them all here. Select a hero. Our tokens, again, for each of the characters. Looks like the packaging is pretty much identical, which, again, is what I wanted. And we've got some really cool characters there. Technically, I could do 8 giveaways. I could open the boxes and just... Because even in the old school boxes, they come in these cool containers. I'm a sucker. If you've ever watched any of my YouTube videos, I'm a sucker for packaging, like good packaging, and trays and components and stuff like that. It really amps my enjoyability of a game when a company goes the extra step to give good trays and give, you know, proper amount of baggies and all that good stuff. So this game, just how cool the packaging is, really does go a long way with me. And the inside of that box has some cool art too. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm not going to go into too much of that. It's going to look super cool on the shelf. Okay, so now I want to show the miniatures, because I'm really curious about the miniatures. Remember, there's actually, you know what? I'll do that last. So we've already talked about the game, kind of how the game plays, and the fact of the matter that it's competitive, dueling against other players, kind of like Magic. What was different about this Kickstarter in particular was the inclusion of Dice Throne Adventures, which is, I don't know a whole lot about it, honestly. I've been trying to stay away from spoilers so that I can really dig into it when it came. But the box is not as wide as the other boxes, but it is bigger, so it might look a little strange on the shelf, actually. But essentially the way that it looks to me is, it says Dice Throne, I'll just put it down right here and you can read along. Dice Throne Adventures is a genre-bending cooperative expansion to the hit game Dice Throne. Simply grab a friend and any of your Dice Throne heroes and delve into randomly generated worlds, beautiful environments, intense boss battles, and an innovative hack-and-slash style looting system, and non-destructive legacy elements. This box is an expansion. You need to have one or more Dice Throne heroes to play. So essentially, this is a campaign that makes the game cooperative, and I'm super excited to say that it is a 1 to 4 player game, so I can play it solo, live stream play it as well if I can't find anybody to play with. Game features, choose any Dice Throne hero you own, explore random generated worlds, battle minions and powerful bosses, earn rewards and loot, permanently upgrade your hero, defeat the Mad King, and access legacy content. And then I'd imagine once you get the legacy content, maybe you can play against people with unlocked stuff, which is kind of cool. But you see here on the box, standees. So every character currently released for the game has a standee included in this box. However, the Kickstarter included miniatures as an option. Now, for those of you who know me, I like some miniatures. However, you might be disappointed to know that I opted to buy the pre-painted miniatures. So there were two options. One was cheaper with non-pre-painted. I opted to go with pre-painted. Mostly because I'm pretty tapped out for painting right now between Marvel Crisis Protocol and my Power Ranger streams and stuff. So I don't really have the capacity to paint more stuff, and that would really bum me out. So they had a painted miniature option, and a lot of KSs don't have that. So I decided to buy the pre-painted miniatures so that I don't have to worry about painting them. So let's open this bad boy and see what's inside. Again, I knew what was in the other ones. I know less about this because I just tried to stay as away from them as possible, away from spoilers. So there's a video tutorial. Hate reading rules? Yep, I sure do. We got you covered. Watch the tutorial, so I'll have to do that. Rulebook is pretty intense, but they usually do a pretty good job. I'm already digging the token tray here that they've included. A card tray. Look at that. Oh, you guys can't see that. There's like a card tray and stuff. Again, packaging, that's aces with me. Campaign scoring sheet. You can submit your scores here. It doesn't look like Session 20. Wow. Unspent gold. Wow, this is pretty crazy. So this looks double-sided, so it looks like you could do it twice. And there's a download and print more copies at a website, so that's cool. Yeah, pre-painted miniatures. Go figure, huh? That's pretty cool. So this is another one of their flyers. Don't need that. A bunch of tokens. Here's the standees that it comes with, and they're nice. Like I'm not like super bougie to where like I'm like, oh, I don't like standees. I'm fine with standees. I like acrylic standees more than paper ones, obviously. But these are some pretty intense, cool trays. So this is the token tray that has a snap cover, so nothing moves around. Look at this really, really cool card tray. Tiles. This is neat. Yeah, this is really, really neat. Legendary stuff. I'm very, very excited to play this campaign. This looks really, really fun. I'm already my head's spinning as to whether or not this is something that I could do. Like if I own this game and then a friend owns a character, if it's playable remotely. That's my head spinning. I guess if my play space is big enough, I probably could. So this is really cool. Really, really sweet. And depending on how much table space it takes, that may be something I could stream as well if you guys are interested in that. My box that it came in is a little banged up. But not too bad. I don't think I'll complain about it. So the boxes aren't the same size, which is a little bit of a bummer. But it'll still look cool on the table. And now for the miniatures. So each season of characters has their own set of miniatures. So we got Season 1 and Season 2. So let's open these up and see what these look like. I'm not expecting like pro-painted. I mean, I'm sure that I probably could have gotten the unpainted ones and painted them myself and them look better than what is on here. But again, this is 16 models. Probably wouldn't have been too bad to paint, but I'm excited to be able to just sleeve I mean, it's going to be an undertaking alone just to sleeve all them dang cards. Almost 1,000 cards. It's crazy. All right, so here is Season 1. Let's take a look here. And I could always repaint these too. They actually don't look bad at all. They actually look pretty cool. They've got some shading. I don't know what character this is. Let me see if I can focus. So this is like a barbarian guy. Let's see, does it say the names of the characters on this box? No. This is a barbarian. So that's what they look like. It's not bad at all. Like I said, it's got some shading and some weathering and stuff. Vike 947811. Yep. I did get the sleeves. They are all right here. It's almost 1,000 sleeves. I counted them. It's, what was it, 900? How many was in this one? 968 sleeves. This is like a monk guy. This looks like a wizard or something like that. It's a knight. He looks really cool. It's like a rogue. It's like an assassin. Actually, I think this was the ninja. So which one was the moon knight that I looked at? Or the moon thing? Is that this lady with the blue? I'm trying to look at the picture here. So we got this warrior, or the barbarian, the monk, this sorceress. This is obviously this ninja in the tree. Yeah, so this must be the moon knight. Definitely doesn't look like what I would have pictured the model to be. The moon elf. This little tree ant dude, he's pretty cool and beefy. Yeah, so these are not bad at all. Again, I think it was maybe $20 or $30 extra to get painted versus not painted. And if $20 saves me, $20 or $30 saves me, that much hours and hours of... Oh, it says on the back what they are. So you got Barbarian, Monk, Pyromancer, Shadow Thief, Ninja, Paladin, Treant, and Moon Elf. So this one has a Samurai, Huntress, Seraph, Artificer, Gunslinger, Cursed Pirate, Tactician, and Vampire Lord. I've played... again, I haven't played the game very much. I think I've played twice. The first game I played as the Gunslinger, and I lost. And the second game I played as the Samurai, and I won. I've not used any of the other characters. Come on. I do hope that inside of the Adventures box that there is room for these guys to be stored. So that way every time I play, I don't have to pull them out of these individual boxes. Okay, so we've got... Start over here. So we got the Tactician. He looks like... let's focus again. I'm now Caboose says there is. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. So that's the Tactician. He looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like an M. Bison with a sword. You got the Vampire. She's pretty cool. Let's see. Gunslinger. Ooh, that might be my favorite. I like that pose. It's just the Pirate. Yeah, so one day if I'm ever bored and I decide that I want to repaint these, cool. If not, I'm good with them exactly how they are. It's a cool looking model. I would say if you're interested in them and you're still unsure just by looking at the video, the quality of the miniatures, I would say they're on par with like the Pathfinder and the D&D minis that you get, the pre-painted ones. I would say the paint job is pretty on par with that. Huntress is pretty cool. I would say like better than my kid could do, but not as good as I could do, if that makes sense. And then the Samurai, his sword is a little... needs a little help. So those are really neat. So I think the only other thing that we have to look at... let me focus that again. Sorry, my camera doesn't autofocus for some reason. I do have an autofocus camera, and what ended up happening was like every time I would move my hand, the whole thing would like focus, unfocus, refocus, and it just ended up being easier for me to just use the manual focus camera. Until I can get 2 of these cameras, because these cameras focus automatically, and they're quite nice. Okay, so the only other thing we have to look at here are these, and I just don't know. This is what I get for being a late backer and not really following the Kickstarter very well. I don't know what these are for. These promo things. So this looks like... Ooh, these are shiny. That's fun. So these cards are foil. This one's all bent to heck, but... black belt. These are neat. So these ones are foil. These guard dog, holy relic, and black belt. And then the lesser versions are not foil. And I get that they're promo cards, but I'm not sure if they go to specific characters or what these are. They have letters at the bottom. L, 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 R, E. So I'll have to look that up and figure that out. These look like characters that you fight against in the campaign. These are also foil, so those are really nice. A loot goblin, a chimera. Vike says they're additional loot cards. Okay, so these are loot cards for the campaign that you can unlock. Good to know. And these are, I'm assuming these are either additional characters that you can face against, additional, or are they promo versions of cards that are already in the campaign? They're shiny, which makes me curious if they're additional or if they're just reprints made shiny. But those are really nice. Like, the art is really cool. Yeah, those are nice. And then additional as well. Cool. I like additional. I'm not really one of those. I don't really like stuff that's like, oh, we're just going to reprint it in foil and make it a KS exclusive. So you have a foil version and your friend doesn't. Because I would rather have new stuff than just have two of the same thing and one be shiny. Unless we were playing like a trading card game or something like that. Then I go after the shiny stuff. But in a game like this, just having duplicates of the same thing does me no good. So this is the Season 2 promo. It says 8 main phase cards, 8 randomizer cards. So I don't know what these are for. So these look like they're character specific here because of the character art. But I don't know if these are for the campaign as well. Or if these are... I feel like these randomizer cards have something to do with the campaign. And maybe these are just alternate art or something like that. Man, look at how cool the art is. Let's see, the randomizer cards are for you to use to draw a random character to play. Oh, I see. So if I don't know what character I want to play as or whatever, I can shuffle these up and then boom, we're playing as the Huntress. Got it. That makes total sense. And you said these are for specific character decks. So are these added to the character decks? Or are these... do they replace something that's already in the character deck? So that was for Season 1. That's Season 2. This is for Season 1. I do like the... Yeah, they're added. Okay, cool. All right. We're getting somewhere. See? I found out about the game. I played it 1 time, 2 times. I got so excited that they had... the campaign had already ended when I got turned on to the game. And I was so excited that there were late pledges allowed. Because, you know, a lot of Kickstarters don't allow late pledges, which is really unfortunate sometimes. Because sometimes you just don't know about it. or you haven't been turned on to that specific game or something. So really, really excited to that they allowed for late pledges. But because I wasn't part of the Kickstarter whenever they, did an update or whatever, I wasn't like notified. So I basically paid for it and then sat the game aside, and I was like, all right, well, one day these are going to come in the mail and it's going to be awesome. And that was today. But then of course I opened everything. I was like, man, I don't even remember what I had coming. So here are the season 1 added bonus cards here for the character decks. These are main phase actions, and they don't cost any command points to play. Roll 1 die. Okay, so these are really cool. They're pretty powerful. Not powerful, but they're all, it looks like they're all roll 1 die, and then something might happen, which is cool. So I'm glad I opened these, because these will need to be sleeved and put into the deck. And that's another thing I don't know. Once the decks are sleeved, I don't know how well they fit inside the containers. We'll have to see how that works. And then these are the randomizers, which I really, really like. Because I do have at least one buddy who did back the game as well. And so when him and I sit down to play on Zoom or whatever, we can both just decide to go, random. And I would be playing as the monk guy. That's pretty cool. So we're at about 45 minutes we've been doing this. I think I've opened everything except for the sleeves. Because is there anything in the chat that people in the chat specifically want to see before I end this stream? Again, I don't want to make it super long, and I don't want to get super in detail, because I know there are people out there who haven't gotten their stuff yet, and they're going to be wanting to be surprised and stuff. But if there's anything specific you want to see a closer up of, I can do that. Does anyone know if there is a Season 3 Kickstarter coming? Yeah, so there hasn't been anything announced, but from what I understand, this particular Kickstarter was very, very successful, so I would be surprised if there wasn't a Season 3, eventually. I don't know if it'd be this year or not, but Vic says he gets his copy tomorrow. Yeah, no new chaos announced. This is a lot of fun, though. I want to say that the individual packs that I got on Amazon were not expensive. Maybe $20, $25 for 2 characters. And that's all you need. You don't need to get everything to at least get your feet wet, which is pretty neat. I made the mistake of just buying everything from Season 2. Then I found out about this Kickstarter, and I was like, well, I want everything, because I want everything to match on my shelf. So now I can see them from here on my shelf over there. I've got the 4 boxes from Season 2 that I don't need anymore. So, but this was fun. I'm excited that we were able to. Let me get that out of my way. I'm excited that you guys were able to join me. This will go up on Kickstarter, go up on YouTube. For those new faces that I see a few people in the chat that I haven't spoken to before. Welcome to the Circle of Nerds. If you enjoyed this and you want to support me, the best thing that you can do is when this stream ends, jump over to YouTube, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. Give us a subscribe. I do a lot of reviews and stuff like that. I'll probably do a more in-depth review of adventures once I get to that. Live streams I don't do so much because most of my content comes on YouTube. But when I get Kickstarters, big stuff like this, I do like to do live streams to do the unboxings and stuff like that. So definitely go and check out my YouTube, youtube.com/Circle of Nerds. And we have all the social medias too, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if you want to check us out there. do any playthrough on there as well. So I haven't done any playthroughs of Dice Throne. I have done a couple of playthroughs, Let's Plays of a few other games. They're relatively old. I haven't done any recently, mostly because of COVID. I haven't been able to have people come over to record Let's Plays. So they're mostly reviews and how to plays and some unboxings and stuff like that over there. However, within the last couple of weeks, I've gotten really, really into solo games. So my plan is to start uploading some Let's Plays of some solo games, as well as I've also got another idea. I don't want to spoil it, and I also don't want anybody to steal my idea. But I have another show idea coming as well that will also be part of our channel. So stay tuned for that. And we have a podcast that we do. We do a lot of really, really good stuff. So anyway, that's I don't want to keep you guys. This has been fun Wednesday evening to spend with y'all. And make sure that you take care of yourself and take care of your neighbor. And everybody enjoy the rest of their week. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I should probably press the outro button.